Ever feel like you're spinning plates? Like a million of them and they're all on fire.
Huh. That's a visual.
That's life, right? Work, relationships, personal goals.
All those plates in the air.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it can get so tricky, especially, I don't know about you, but when I'm trying to like crush my own goals, but also be a good partner, friend, you name it.
Trying to find that balance. It's tough.
It is. So that's kind of the jumping off point for today's deep dive. We're digging into your notes, 5 tips for handling competing priorities in a relationship. And I will say, they are good.
Thank you. I tried to keep things practical.
You did, you did. And we're going beyond the surface level stuff here, people. Like, we're assuming you're past the just communicate more phase.
Right. Like, we know that, but how? How do we actually do that?
Exactly. So let's take that first tip. Communication is key. Which, okay, yes, but HOW.
It's the age-old advice that's frustratingly vague.
Yes, so true. So let's say your partner is like totally swamped with a huge work thing.
Okay, I can picture it.
And you're dying to sign up for that pottery class you've been eyeing. It's like 3 nights a week. You can't just spring that on them.
No, that's a recipe for a fight. Instead of ambushing them with a big change, how about, and hear me out, a relationship summit?
Okay, I love this already.
Even just 30 minutes, phones down, dedicated solely to talking about what's on each other's plates, what you're both excited about.
Okay, I am so here for the relationship summit.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's deeper than just logistics.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like, you never come to my art shows anymore.
Yes, the classic "you never."
Right.
It's so easy to fall into that trap. But that's where those I statements they talk about really come in handy.
They're magic.
Instead of "you never come." I feel bummed when I don't get to share this part of me with you.
Whoa, that just changed the whole vibe.
Right. It invites a solution, not an argument.
Yes. Okay, and here's another communication pro tip.
Hit me.
Active listening. Not just like, while mentally planning dinner, but actually like repeating back. Not word for word, but okay, so what you're saying is...
Showing them you're actually trying to get it.
Yes. Okay, now this ties into another big one, and I think a lot of people are scared of this word. Compromise.
Ooh, yeah, it gets a bad rap.
Right. Like, I'm losing if I compromise.
Like you're settling.
Right. But what if we thought about it differently? Like, what if it's not about giving up, but finding a new path altogether?
Ooh, I like where you're going with this.
Like, let's say one of you wants to travel the world, the other's laser focus on their career.
Okay, classic competing priorities.
Instead of, it's me or the travel blog, what if it's, okay, how do we make both work?
Maybe that looks like finding a career path that lets you work remotely. Or maybe it means shorter or more frequent trips instead of like a year-long backpacking adventure.
It's problem solving together, not a battle to win.
I love that. And just like life changes, priorities change too. That's why reevaluation is so important.
It's not a one and done conversation.
Exactly. Building in check-ins can be a game changer, even just every few months. Are we both still happy with how this is working? Have our goals changed?
That could prevent so many blow-up fights later down the line.
Exactly.
Okay. Supporting each other's goals. This sounds amazing in theory, but sometimes support isn't what we think it is. It's not always being actively involved, right?
Oh, 100%. Sometimes the most supportive thing you can do is give your person space to do their thing, especially if you're both slammed.
So how do we actually show up when our own plates are already overflowing?
Get practical. Maybe you take on more of the chores for a bit so they can focus. Maybe it's being their cheerleader even if you wouldn't make the same choice.
Mm-hmm.
Or respecting their boundaries when they're in the zone.
Love that. And
Yeah.
finally, I love this part. It's not just about surviving the differences. It's about finding those shared goals that help you grow together.
It's so easy to get caught up in just like putting out fires, you know?
Right. But this is like, okay, how do we build something even stronger from this?
Yes, exactly. So maybe instead of one person being bummed about missing pottery class, you both go, even if one of you is going to be like hilariously bad at it.
I was going to say.
Or maybe it's prioritizing those regular date nights no matter what.
Because the relationship deserves to have goals too, right?
Absolutely.
This has been awesome. So much good stuff here. But we want to know, what's one thing, something small, 5 minutes even, that you can do this week to put one of these ideas into practice?
We want to hear about it.
Hit us up on social media. Until next time.